Welcome to Wallace Wade Stadium on the campus of Duke University, and customarily a trip here involves a journey to K-ville. Instead, you will be engulfed by the Wade Wackos, the Duke fans ready for their Blue Devils to go to work. What a matchup we have today. Momentum has been building each and every week, and now these two undefeated teams will square off. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the Washington Huskies, taking on the winners of 7 straight, the Duke Blue Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Blue Devils offense will get the first crack at it here. And here comes this quarterback. When he takes the field, he brings a certain swagger and charisma out there that not only the entire team, the entire stadium seems to feed off of.
You can feel it. It's different. It's special. Guys like this don't come around very often, but he makes the whole team better, but the belief is strong because he continues to make plays and be there for his team every time they need it.
Going to the running game. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
The Blue Devils will punt it away on 4th down. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Huskies offense will go to work for the first time today. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
And he'll be smacked to the ground.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab on the left. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Huskies! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Makes the catch and knocked down. Facing a third down and short from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. And the third down pass is incomplete.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Here's the return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The Huskies will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
Nice run there on 1st down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Feeling some heat. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback is snowed under. And the Blue Devils line up to punt it away.
Now, 4th down.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Offense getting set for 1st down. The run from the shotgun. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41 as they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. On the option. He'll pitch it. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. From the gun, running back on the move. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
It's hard probably for the fans, well, listen, for me too, to justify you haven't ran the football very well. Not a lot of success. 3rd and short, and you run the football again. So I think you got to find something that's going to work. Maybe get the quarterback out of the pocket, him running the football, or he can run or pass. But the run game just itself it's been pretty stuffed so far by this defense.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Moves away as he feels pressure. Wisely avoids the tackle with the slide.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
And it's good from 58 yards out. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. South Alabama is in front. They've answered the bell today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now.
Leaves it with the running back. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. On the move. And the Huskies have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Use the play fake, now to throw. He wants to take the top off. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Washington. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easy.
Hit the afterburners, kid. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Going to the run, it's Edwards.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Using his feet to buy time. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. The Blue Devils trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Looking for a gap. It's Edwards. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. 6 plays brought them here. Now number 7 on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a rhythm. Everything they're doing right now is working, a lot of scoring. This puts a lot more pressure on your offense, Palmer, when you walk on the field.
And at this point, too, David, which defense can break serve, right? Who can get a stop? That's what it feels like is going to be the determining factor in this game.
He's looking for a man on second down. Gonna take a shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. Washington coming to the line with another first down. He's got his man at the 45 on his way. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. He wants to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Flips it out in the flat. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on third and long. Got the quick pass. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Buys a little extra time. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area you're going to bow up. Nice job on first down, stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. Made a defender miss. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Washington. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They march 78 yards down the field. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away.
Number 10, set to kick this one away.
On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer, but I'm trying to put some points up right here.
Going for the big play. Snags it at the 30 and still running. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Duke. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and go, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. On the run from inside his own 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
The offense will quickly use a timeout. Now on first down from the 28. Hand off from the shotgun. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. This will likely be the last play of the half. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. Between the uprights, it's good. There is a flag on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, it might not change that much. Offense has already made the long field goal. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Just about set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
They'll try the right side. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, this defense knew they had to get off to a fast start here in the second half. They're trailing by a bunch of points right now on the scoreboard. They needed to make something positive happen early, and on the very first drive, they get a sack on 3rd down, looking to get the ball back to their offense here.
He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
He'll take it on the return. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
He's brought down solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. He picks it up, still on his feet.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. past the 45. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it, open.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Here on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Setting up the screen. Still on his feet at the 45.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
On fourth down, flexing that muscle in the run game. They'll mark him down right there, and that'll be enough for a Washington first down. This drive's been productive so far. Already picked up a couple of first downs, now out close to midfield. He's looking to throw it. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
That's his second sack of the ball game. That dude is getting after the quarterback offensively. What's my adjustment? First of all, I'm going to roll out away from him. I'm going to double team him. Let somebody else beat me, not that guy, because his speed off the edge is killing me.
He's got his man. Got room at the 35. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Quick completion to the right. Stopped after making the catch.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
It's on target and complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. It'll be a run on third and short. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Now inside the 20, first and 10 from the 18. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Pressure coming. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. They think there's room to run to the right here. Really tough run there. He got 4. That'll leave him a yard short on fourth down.
Well, they come up short. It's not going to set up 4th and 1. If I'm this offensive coordinator, I'm finding who's my biggest, most physical back, the guy that I can trust to get north and go get me this first down.
And so I'm bringing all the big bodies in on the defensive line, and I'm making sure I get a little bit of penetration so I don't let that big running back get downhill so he can fall forward, so he can get momentum going. Big-time fourth down and short coming.
And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. A first down run on the doorstep. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And that's really nice offensively, because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away. By going down...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Husky. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the fourth, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Trying to find his man on first down. He'll try to do it himself. And he's dragged down. And the Blue Devils come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on second down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. He wants a big play here late. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. He's going to pass. Unloads it left. It's complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chain. The aerial assault continues. Makes the catch. It's Edwards.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Looking to go up top on first down. It's complete. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On second down, he'll let it fly. Touchdown, Blue Devils! And the comeback is on.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the fourth, and the Brain Trust will go to work. On second down, he's looking downfield. Got it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Husky. The lead gets bigger here in the fourth quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0. Throws to the wideout. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of two-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
25.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He's brought down, but a really nice return gets it to the 41. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of them.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. And they spike it to stop the clock.
It's now third down.
This is a 3rd and long. Let's go! He's looking downfield to throw. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with?
Fires the pass, intercepted.
Intercepted by Washington. And they'll take over.
On 1st down, here comes this offense. Quarterback checking off. Looking to move it through the air. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. They want to throw it. He's not afraid to go deep. Makes the grab on the left side. Open runway ahead. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
Winning those individual 6-second battles.